Football with Farhan and Moj, and we bring in the best of the best when it comes to football analysts. Guys that have the absolute insight and detail on all things football. We spare no expense, no distance is too great.
And today we got Michael Bublé. Like, for people that don't know, Michael Bublé is like he's addicted to fantasy football. He's nuts about it, loves playing the game. Now, there are rumors circulating he is hidden somewhere in the Andes Mountains in a compound. And in this compound, he's got about 20 people working for him. Apparently, Mike Holmgren is running the entire show. Bublé apparently has him on payroll. He's got analytics people. He's got scouting people. He's got like 20 people working in this compound, all on his fantasy football team. At least that's what the rumor mill is saying. But Michael Bublé joins us now. Michael, is there any truth to that rumor?
Actually, it's true. I actually have I have a lot of contacts in the NFL, head coaches and general managers, and I'll call them and I'll ask them if I should play guys or not.
With all of that access that you've got, how are you doing in your fantasy league?
I wanted to say to you guys, I know there are going to be people watching and listening, and they think, why Bublé? Why Michael Bublé? What is it? He's going to sing some songs, some Christmas jazz music or something. But what they don't know is that you brought someone on your show today that give them a better chance of winning their fantasy football week 10 than any other guest. You could have called Tom Brady, and he couldn't give you the information that I'm going to give you. Because what you don't know is whichever players I tell you to play this week will suck.
Well, hold on a sec. Give yourself a little slack. You've actually won your league title the last 2 years. And for people that don't know, you've got a big lead, all the guys in your band, right? So very competitive, but you're a two-time defending champion.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm on another league with Michael Fabiano, and I look pretty dangerous in that league this year. So, but honestly, man, it has been brutal. I mean, every decision I make is the wrong decision. Whoever's on my bench is going to get 25, and whoever I play, it's like, you know what I mean? So if I play Amari Cooper this week, don't you play Amari Cooper.
Yeah, but hold on a second here, because one thing I know about you, and I talked to your manager, Bruce Allen, name drop Farhan, the one thing I know about you is, like, when I was your assistant player personnel director, we did our draft the one year. 3 weeks later, the entire roster was different. You don't stick with anybody. A guy has a bad game, he's dropped. You got to be a little bit more patient.
Well, I think we all know, Farhan, that the way you win your fantasy football league is not in the draft. It's on the waiver wire and paying attention, and that's how I do it, man. I mean, you probably lose it in the draft, but it's funny, man. 3 weeks ago, I was cursing myself. I had the third pick, and I said, no matter what, I felt like I was. What's a draft day? You know the movie Draft Day with Costner? Mm-hmm. He'd say, Devontae Mack, no matter what. And I was saying, Derrick Henry, no matter what. You take Derrick Henry,
the kiss of death.
And you know what? I took Kamara instead. And I was cursing myself. And then, of course, King Henry was gone. And I thought, okay, this isn't so bad.
So you hadn't traded away Kamara at that point. So let's look ahead to this week. Let's start there. Who are your big picks? Who have you added? Who have you added in the last 7 days?
Oh, my waiver wire is bare, my friends. It is bare. I can tell you my team. I mean, I got a quarterback that I'll never choose again. I've had him a couple times, but while he can have big games and he's exciting, it's not worth the heart palpitations and heart attack every single snap. And that's Lamar Jackson. It's like I don't think he's protected at all. I mean, it seems like he is scrambling every single down. And I mean, he makes these miraculous plays because he's an incredible athlete. He's got great legs, but man, every throw, you hold your breath. And of course I have Mark Andrews because I thought it'd be great to have that 1-2 punch of Andrews as tight end, great tight end. But I mean, he goes as Lamar goes. So it's tough. And then, obviously, with Kamara, I mean, it was tough and volatile because of the quarterback playing, and we had different quarterbacks. And of course, when we lost Winston, I said, "Oh my God, there we go." I have Darrell Henderson as my second guy, my second RB, which I like usually, except a lot. Listen, guys, let's get off that.
You want to sing, don't you?
This is it's the reason why the NFL is so beautiful and so incredible to watch, because of its volatility. Because week to week, and this year especially, I mean, you don't know. You could have a top team taken right out by a bottom feed. I mean, who saw the Giants win in this? I mean, Miami. What the hell is going on? You know, like it's so much fun, but it's like, what the hell? You just have no clue what's going to happen week to week.
So you promised us you were going to give our fans, our listeners, some advice. You got to give us one name that they should absolutely take to the bank.
This week?
This week.
Man, I don't know. Did I promise that?
I think you did. That was in the brochure.
Well, I promised. I promised that the guy I put in.
Yes.
Is so. Listen, I'm gonna go with Waddle this week over Amari, and I know this is the thing. You know, you have Amari, you play Amari, but I've been burned one too many times by Cooper. Who knows if Dak is gonna pass the ball more than 5 times? So, I mean, I'm going to go for what I hope.
So when you're into fantasy, it's all about the players, but do you have a favorite team?
Seahawks, yeah.
And you excited about Russell coming back this week?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm dumbfounded that he's – I thought that he would – I mean, I thought that would be 3 more weeks for sure. It's funny, I'm having like palpitations when it comes to OBJ, because I heard he'd like to come to Seattle.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, you know what? If we're looking at the last year of Russell, if he's walking, or I think, why not? You know, why not just try it and see? Maybe it's magic, you know. And then I think, yeah, but does he poison a room like my saxophone player does?
Oh, man, that is so offside. Who's your saxophone player? At least give us the name.
I'll give you the name. He's the commissioner of our league. His name is Jacob Rodriguez. And today he decided to do, we call it the sneaky commish shuffle, which is, he said, hey, we're at a point of the year, we just shuffle. Instead of just the weeks that they were supposed to be, we'll shuffle the weeks around. We'll have 4 play 5, 6 play. Who knows how the hell he gets to this equation. All I know is I got to play a guy who's going to kick my ass 2 times for sure. And it's over for me this year. So
it's all right. Hey, Michael, before we let you go, obviously you're in Argentina, but what do you have going on in terms of projects, tours? I mean, a lot of guys are going back out on tour. What's the latest with you?
I'm really proud, guys. I just finished, I had a tour that started in 2019 and it ended obviously because of COVID. And I had promised the folks out there that I'd try to get back. And scared, man. Scared for COVID, scared for the audience, scared for the vulnerable folks, scared for honestly, for the people that refuse to get vaccinated. So I made a couple tough calls. I asked that my audience would show proof of vaccination, or at least a negative test of 48 hours. And I don't think a lot of people that weren't thrilled with that. But I can tell you what, man, 130 people, 25, 30 shows, 3 months, and we got through without one positive case. I hired a really great epidemiologist named Dr. Bromwich, who came out on the tour with us, set pretty strict protocols. I sat in my room for 3 months, man. I never went to a restaurant, never went to an elevator, I kept it locked down, and I'm really proud of Bruce Allen and his commitment to keeping everybody safe. Because you know what the truth is, man? For us, it wasn't a political issue. It was a human issue. And we couldn't live with ourselves. We put anybody in danger, whether they liked us or agreed with us on our politics or not. So that happened. And then I made the greatest record of my life during this pandemic. And when it comes out this next year, it's going to be fun for me, because it's going to get to that point where you say, like, oh, my God, it's Bublé again.
And you know what I really like on that album is he's got a track of me doing backup vocals. I know we kind of let the cat out of the bag, but it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. That's okay. When you see the dancing is when you do this.
Poisoning a room right there. Poisoning a room, Michael.
You guys.
Hey, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you so much. You know what? You made me feel nice at home when you're there in Ladner. It makes me feel like Langley, excuse me. And you made me feel like I'm kind of home. So I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much for coming on with us. This was a pleasure and an honor.
I know it's off topic, but go Giants. Let's go.